Good afternoon to the bearded brethren of the No Shave November Evangelism Challenge. Today is Friday, November the 7th, 2025, and today we are going to continue looking at some of these tough sayings of Jesus. We're going to continue looking at the Sermon on the Mount. Today we're going to look at Matthew chapter 5, verses, let's see what I've got on my notes, verses 13 through 16. So, I'm going to jump in there and then discuss it quickly. So here we go. Let me look at my screen here as I hold my camera this way. Here we go. All right. So let's see. So this is picking up right after the verses we were talking about yesterday. It says, "You are the salt of the earth, but if salt has lost its taste, how shall its saltiness be restored? It is no longer good for anything except to be thrown out and trampled under people's feet. You are the light of the world. A city set on a hill cannot be hidden, nor do people light a lamp and put it under a basket, but on a stand, and it gives light to all in the house. In the same way, let your light shine before others so that they may see your good works and give glory to your Father who is in heaven." Now, looking at this and talking about evangelism, oh my goodness, talk about, this is evangelistic in a sense, isn't it? Basically what Jesus is telling us is, okay, if you belong to me, because he's talking directly to his disciples, but there's plenty of other people that can hear him too. But to his disciples, basically saying, if you belong to me, you are the salt of the earth. You are the light of the world. He doesn't say, if you do certain things, you will become the salt of the earth, or you will become the light of the world. You are the salt of the earth and the light of the world if you belong to him, period. It's a given. Now, what does that mean? It says, if salt has lost its saltiness, it's no good anymore. And well, what does salt do? And especially what did salt do, thinking about it in the first century? What did it do? It was a preservative, right? They preserved meats and other foods in salt so it wouldn't decay and become corrupted. It adds flavor, right? So things that are bland, you toss some salt in there, you can distinguish the flavors in it now. So it makes food different, more pleasant. You can see the complexities of it. And in just looking at it those two ways, we can see the importance of what it means for evangelism. Our lives are supposed to project our Christian faith. Like if we had, our lives should be a movie screen that everybody can look at and see what it looks like to be a Christian. It literally said there in the tail end, it says what? 16, verse 16, in the same way, right? Just like the light on the lamp on a stand, that nobody puts a basket on it because otherwise it's not going to light anything. You put it on a stand so that light goes everywhere. And it says, in the same way, let your light shine before others so that they may see your good works and do what? Give glory to your Father who's in heaven. Remember, guys, that's why we seek to do good as Christians. I mean, yes, because we want to be just like God, just like Jesus who saved us, and he's changed our hearts to want that. But why we don't hide it. Now, we don't go out of our way to make a big deal about it, but we don't hide it. Why? Because our lives, just existing as true Christians, will preach to the unbelieving world. They're going to look at us and say, you look different than the rest of us. Why? And then it's our job to tell them why. But we have to be different. Now that is kind of law, isn't it? Well, be different so the world can see your difference. But that's the thing. He's not saying be different and then you'll become one of my people. This is coming, he's speaking to people that already belong to him. And none of them did anything to deserve to belong to him. All they did is when he said, follow me, they followed. That was it. They didn't do anything special. They just did what he said and trusted him, even if they didn't understand everything. So think about that, guys. That's good news too. our very lives will preach to people. That is a good thing, because we will be evangelizing whether we want to or not. Now, that doesn't mean we don't evangelize and we don't speak to people, but our lives do the job as well. Think about it, read about it, share that information, right? And we'll see where we are tomorrow.